Hi tribe, and welcome to this new pro tips video episode from the section trauma medicine. In this episode I will show you how we can use the technique of wound packing when we are the persons that they are injured, we are having the injury. In this particular episode I am injured at the level of the armpit, junctional area, axillary artery. I cannot apply a tourniquet, so I have a here it's a quick clot combat gauze for training. You can have a normal gauze or hemostatic gauze, but of course if you have a training type of gauze it's better for training. I was preparing already on my hand a type of elastic band so I can simulate how I make that wound packing. Why it's complicated to make a wound packing on you? Simple, we don't have two hands, especially when we talk about the armpit. I cannot make the wound packing with the both hands. Second, depending on the situation, if you are still in the danger area, let's say a scenario, I was stabbed with a knife in the axillary artery and the aggressor is still continuing to attack and deliver his strikes, I cannot stop in that moment taking the wound packing, the gauze and make the wound packing, because I will receive more deadly strikes. So depending on the situation, this can influence your ability to provide yourself with the medical care. If it's another victim, of course, it's more easy to make a wound packing on another person. Now, the thing here is the time. There are different footages, different real situations. We can see this. There are victims that they are losing their conscience after 10 seconds, other that they are losing their conscience after 60 seconds. There are many factors that can influence this. But you must understand that sooner or later, before 1 minute, you will lose conscience if you have a massive bleeding to an artery, especially how I am in this situation, let's say axillary artery close to the heart, very fast the blood will go outside, you will go unconscious, so you cannot apply any more self-aid to yourself, and also 2-3 minutes you lose the quantity of blood and you will die. So I will show you a technique that you can use when we talk about this. I will make this technique easy, step by step, in such a way that you understand the process. So I was putting, as I say to you, at the level of the armpit, a type of elastic band. So when I'm inserting or I'm making the wound packing, I can in some way insert that gauze there. Now, let's say the scenario, I was stabbed in the armpit, axillary artery, my aggressor was running away, so the danger is not anymore present. I must immediately stop the bleeding. I am identifying that the wound is too high, it's in a junctional area, I cannot apply a tourniquet to stop the bleeding. I identify, of course, that it's an arterial type of injury. How I can see this? The color of the blood, it's light. When you have venal, for example, injury lacerating a vein, the color of the blood will be more dark. When its artery is more bright because of the oxygen that is transporting through it. And the way in which the blood it will be spurted, it will go outside, it's in accordance, in the same rhythm with the heartbeats. Yeah, so it's spurting in the same way and in the same rhythm with the heart. And of course you are seeing a lot of blood that it will go outside, so the reaction is fuck, this is the moment in which I must do something. It's not, you cannot miss this, it's not existing, maybe it's not, maybe it is. So immediately I make in the next way. I'm not putting the hand in the lateral if this is the axillary artery. I was identifying that the blood is going immediately from there, and what I am doing now, I am basically closing my hand as much as I can, forcing my hand until I can take my gauze, forcing my hand towards my body, closing this axial. I am also clenching my body, so I am forming like a stop. Like imagine if it was now a victim that was on the ground, I will use the hand, my hand, one hand, or I will use the help of a bystander to put pressure there. But in this situation I cannot, so I will press my hand and push myself with my body crunching, so I close that. If I have a wall, of course, much better, I am pushing my body towards the wall, keeping that as close as I can. I am taking, of course, the gauze that it must be prepared. If you have it now, the medical trauma emergency kit in a bag, and bag it's in the car, and the car it's 100 meters in the car park, then you already must understand that it's too late. So I'm taking the combat gauze. The combat gauze will have also this, if you see here, it has special places to open it. So it's not existing the idea I'm taking in this position and I must twist it here to open it. No, where you open it, I was closing already, I was telling you, I am opening. It's very simple, only drag with force. It's not so complicated, you don't need so much force. I am taking out the gauze. Of course, different variants. This is for training and this is the reason why it's like this. Now, very important, what I am doing. Now I cannot keep the same pressure because I need to put there the gauze. And now I will elaborate a little bit myself here so you understand what I am doing. So let's say that here is the wound and I'm identifying, and immediately I'm not opening the hand, I'm still keeping there, and then the first thing that I am doing with this is making with the top of the gauze like a ball. Yeah, I am creating a little bit of space because if it's too close to each other and I will want to put it will fall on the ground, so I create a little bit of space. And now immediately I am opening, I am looking at the hand, identifying, and I am going immediately pushing with the fingers in the wound, penetrating and putting the gauze inside. But how I am putting it? Finding the location, the source of the bleeding. So I go as deep as I can and I'm going where it's the bleeding. I'm not only putting there, then I take the finger and then I'm inserting again and then I take my hand. It's not existing this. In the moment in which I am inserting inside the finger, the pressure must exist all the time. So immediately now what I am doing, I am taking again bandage, gauze, and again, if you see all the time a finger, it will be there. And again, I am pushing inside. Again, I'm taking with the fingers. And again, I am pushing, and all the time a finger is putting pressure. I am pushing inside. And like this, I will continue to fill all that hole with gauze without stopping until all the hole, all the wound, all the cavity, it will be filled with gauze. I am pushing, maintaining all the time pressure. Again, I am pushing, maintaining all the time pressure, and continuing like this until the wound is filled. When the wound is filled, I see that already cannot enter anymore. What I am doing, I am closing the armpit again, maintaining pressure. And what is remaining here, I am taking out like this, and I am making now very fast, like a tennis ball. But very good, and you will understand immediately why. When this is made, immediately I am going, or where is the armpit, where is the wound, the axillary artery, I am putting this inside, and now this ball, it will help much better when I am closing my arm to create much pressure on that place. Now, very important, guys, what I am doing now, I am remaining in this position. If I was already losing some blood, it's not the recommending position. Because if you are fainting now, the hand, it will go down and it will be loose, and it will not create any more pressure, and you are working without any reason. So I'm keeping this, and what I am doing, it's lying, I will lay down on the ground, all my body, with the hand under me. And if you see here, I have a wall, I will position myself with the back towards the wall, so I am not falling or rotating around. So I will be kept in a position with pressure put on that area, and of course until the paramedics, the professional medical care, it's arriving. This is a good way in which you can make a wound packing in the armpit, the axillary artery. Now, the gauze that we are using can be normal gauze or hemostatic gauze. And I was talking about this in a previous video. The normal gauze is requiring more time of pressure. The hemostatic gauze is impregnated with a chemical agent and it will help the blood clot faster. All the time, it's very important to understand that if you are stabbed and you are still for a few seconds or until you are taking your gauze or something else, still you are bleeding, that is time, and it's possible very soon to go unconscious. So this is the reason why I must find a position immediately after I'm making wound packing, and I put this like a tennis ball and putting pressure to lay my body and maintain that pressure even if I will lose conscience. Having the wall in the back or a position that I will not twist myself. Thank you very much guys for watching this video. Have the tools, have the knowledge, train yourself, stay safe, and we see each other at the next video.